So you want to learn how to close creative real estate deals at the table, the smart way, with none of the fluff? Well, today I'm breaking down exactly how I close a deal with seller financing using a wraparound mortgage, and I'm going to show you all the paperwork I use in a table closing, step by step. Champ, I've been an entrepreneur since 9th grade in high school and a real estate investor since 2006. And all that time, I've never borrowed money from a sticky banker or held a resume job. Today's lesson, is how to properly close a seller-financed real estate deal at the table, even if the property has a mortgage, using owner financing and a strategy called the wraparound mortgage. I'm not an attorney, and this is not legal advice. Everything I share is based on my personal experience as a real estate investor. Always consult a licensed professional before making any legal or financial decisions. This deal came to me from one of my mentoring students. Now, here's the deal breakdown. The house had 20% equity, so we picked it up at around 80 cents on the dollar. It only had 1 month of arrears, about $1,300, which was perfect for a buy and hold strategy. It needed a lot of repairs, but it's in a great neighborhood. And I don't mind fixing things up because I'm building long-term wealth. A table closing means I'm not sending documents to a title company or attorney. I'm sitting across from the seller and we're signing everything right there at the table. There are 3 waves of paperwork when you close this way. Today, we're diving into wave number 3, which is the final wave of essential docs to legally protect both sides. Number 1, the promissory note. This is a non-recourse promissory note. That means if I default, the seller can't come after me personally. They can only go after the property. The buyer, me, signs the note. This document outlines the payment terms. Number 2, wraparound agreement. This explains the terms of the owner financing, things like monthly payments, interest, balloon, etc. Both parties sign this. Number 3, deed of trust. This is the collateral instrument. I sign this to pledge the property back to the seller in case I don't pay. It gives the seller the right to foreclose. Number 4, general warranty deed. This deed transfers ownership. Because there's an existing mortgage, the seller is still on the hook for the underlying lien, but this deed legally gives me ownership. Only the seller signs this one. On top of those 4 core docs, I always add 2 more. Affidavit of understanding. This says the seller knows exactly what's going on. They understand the owner finance deal, the risks, and that they're not being misled. Acknowledgement of receipt. This confirms they've received all the paperwork, note, deed, trust, contract, etc. So there's zero confusion later. And I do disclosure on top of disclosure, not just to protect me, but to protect the seller too. Why? Because transparency is what makes this business work. You want to do it right every time. Once I close the deal, I file the paperwork at the county clerk's office. After that, I'll show you the property, the rehab process, what I paid, what I fixed, and how I turned a problem house into a profit machine. By the way, if you're just getting started and want a simple, fast way to build your hustle muscle while learning how to negotiate, spot deals, and make money, check out thenewflip.com. It's my beginner game plan where you start flipping bikes and everyday stuff. No license, no real estate, no fluff, just hustle and cash flow. And if you're stuck in fear, burnout, or procrastination, you don't need more info, you need a reset. That's why I created Reboot, a personal mindset reset to rewire your brain and take massive action. Start your reset at myrealestatedojo.com/reboot. This is how the pros do table closings in creative real estate. You don't need a license, you don't need a bank, you don't need permission. What you need is hustle, a clear process, and courage to go against the grain. Always remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you'd ever imagined. Rumi, don't take no for an answer. Much love and peace.